All of my jokes are not PG. Wait, I have one, this one. You can have this one. Why can't ghosts have babies? Hi, I'm Constance Case from the Department of Theater and Dance at Westchester University of Pennsylvania. I chose to study costume design and theater arts because I always loved to teach. I always knew I wanted to teach, and I really loved theater, and I love the people I work with. They're pretty amazing. Charlie just poked his head in there and made faces at me, and that's what he did. He ruined it for me. I hope that gets edited in. So it's sociology, it's psychology, it's history, it's costume history and fashion history and art history, and I always loved art. I actually thought I was going to be an art teacher growing up, and then when I found the theater, I was like, no, this is the right fit for me. So I love all the balance of all those things. I really think that it's important for any student today to be trained and taught to think, to solve problems, to figure things out. I do have a weird thing though. I'm left-handed, but I mouse right-handed. I feel like as a teacher, I'm very open about who I am and how I speak to my students, and there's not necessarily a really strong divide. The divide would be in knowledge, but not in how we treat each other. So I would hope that my students would see mutual respect, like I respect them, they respect me. That's what I would hope they would find for me as a teacher. I would hope that they would see me as fair. I think I'm a very fair teacher and grader. I also have a fatal flaw, which I told you, is that I think I'm funny. So they groan a lot during class, but they do have a good time. And I have heard them repeat my jokes. So at the beginning of the class, students will be like, well, I don't know how to sew at all. I don't know anything about it. And by the end of the course, they've made like a stitch book and a pair of pants. And they're so proud. Then they should be proud, and I'm so proud of them too, because they always think I couldn't do that. They get to see what they've learned, like physically, tangibly see, I know how to do this now. And I think I would be Pinterest because it's full of a bunch of really different things that all come together, and it's very visual, and it's a time suck, which I am as well. You just suck your time right out of you, and you're like, hey, what happened to my day? The things I really liked about it was the accessibility, right? You didn't have to come to campus. You could be, down in Philly or at home, or if you had to be home to put your kid to bed, you could put your kid to bed and then log on. My message to students who are watching this: if you're going to study online, a lot of the onus is on the student. That you need to be prepared to check online and do the work online. There's no teacher there leaning over your shoulder saying, okay, get this done, get this done. It's all you. And the feedback isn't as immediate or as in-depth as I think it is when you're in person. So I would say be sure that you're ready to take on the responsibility of an online class. It's Shel Silverstein, and he wrote a book, and he puts the wrong letters with the words. So this one's called Runny's Jig Bump. Runny be Quimble, Runny be Nick, Runny come over the jandle stick. But now, what smells like ferning bluff? Guess he didn't hump jai enough.